solve for the value of n. Number 1, e sub n is equal to negative 80. First term, or the e sub 1, is 10. Then e sub n is equal to negative 26. Number 2, e sub n is 50. E sub 1 is 4. E sub n is 16. Number 3, e sub n is negative 15. E sub 1 is 12. Common difference is negative 3. Number 4, e sub n is 180. E sub 1 is 5, and the common difference is 5. If the first and last term are given, then we can use formula number 1. And if the last term is given, we can use formula number 2. For problem number 1, the first and last term are given, so you can use formula number 1. So we have e sub n is equal to n over 2 times the quantity of e sub 1, or the first term, plus e sub n, or the last term. To simplify, substitute the value of our e sub n, which is negative 80, equals n over 2 times the first term, which is 10, then the last term is negative 26. So we have negative 80 is equal to n over 2, then add 10 to negative 26, that is negative 16. So this is equal to negative 80 is equal to, so we can divide negative 16 divided by 2, that is equal to negative 8. So we have n times negative 8, and then in order to solve for n, so multiply n times negative 8, that is negative 8, and then divided by negative 8. So n is equal to positive 10. Okay, for number 2, again, the first and the last term are given, so we can use formula number 1. E sub n is equal to n over 2 times the quantity of the first plus the last term. So e sub n is 50, so we have n over 2. So e sub 1 is 4 plus e sub n is 16. Then simplify, so we have 50 equals n over 2. So 4 plus 16 is equal to 20. Then divide 20 divided by 2. So that is n times 10. Then multiply n by 10, that is 10n. Then to eliminate 10, we have to divide that by 10. So 10 on both sides of equation. So we have 5 is n is equal to 5. For number 3, e sub n is equal to negative 15. A sub 1 is equal to 12. Common difference is negative 3, n is unknown. So the e sub n, or the last term, is not given, so we can use formula number 2. So we have e sub n is equal to n over 2 times open bracket times 2 times the first term plus the quantity of n minus 1 times common difference close bracket. So e sub n is negative 15, so is equal to n over 2. So we have 2 times the value of the e sub 1, which is 12. That's 1. Then negative 3. Okay, so we have negative 15 is equal to n over 2 times, simplify, 2 times 12, so this is equal to 24, plus So multiply n times negative 3, that is negative 3n. Then negative 1 times negative 3, that is positive 3. Okay. So copy negative 15 is equal to n over 2. Then so we have 24 plus 3 is 27 minus 3n. Apply the cross multiplication. So we have negative 15 times 2, that is negative 30, is equal to n times the quantity of the 7 minus 3n. So next we have negative 30 is equal to distribute. So n times 27, that is 27n. Then n times negative 3n, that is negative 3n squared. Then the next thing to do is to transform the equation into standard form. So we have from negative 3n, so that is positive 3n squared, minus 27n minus 30 is equal to 0. Then divide both sides of the equation by 3 so that it's easy for us to factor the equation. So 3n squared divided by 3, that is n squared. Then negative 7n divided by 3, that is negative 9n. Negative 30 divided by 3, that is negative 10, is equal to 0. So by factoring, so the factor of n squared minus 9n minus 10 is equal to 0 is n minus 10 times the quantity of n plus 1. So solve for n. So we have n minus 10 is equal to 0 and n plus 1 is equal to 0. So n is equal to positive 10. Then for the n sub 2 is equal to negative 1. Yeah, so since the domain of the sequence is the set of positive integers, we reject n equals negative 1. Hence, we only accept n equals positive 10. Number 4, E sub n is equal to 180. E sub 1 is 5, common difference is 5, then n is unknown. And the last term is not given, so we can use the formula number 2. So that is E sub n is equal to n over 2 times open bracket 2 times the first term plus the quantity of n minus 1 times the common difference. Then substitute the value of our E sub n, which is 180, so equals n over 2 times 2 times the value of the first term, which is 5. Then common difference is 5, close bracket. So we have 180 is equal to n over 2 times open bracket 2 times 5, that is 10, plus, so we have n times 5, that is 5n. Then negative 1 times positive 5, that is negative 5. Close bracket. We have 180 plus n over 2. We have 10 minus 5, so that is 5. Then 5n. Then we can apply the cross multiplication. So we have 180 times 2, that is 360, is equal to n times quantity of 5n plus 5. Then apply the distributive property. So we have 360 is equal to n times 5n, that is 5n squared. Then n times positive 5, that is 5n. And then transform the equation into standard form. So we have 5n squared plus 5n minus 360. Then divide both sides of the equation by 5. So since 5 is the common number, so we have 0 divided by 5, that is equal to 0. 5n squared divided by 5. Then 5n divided by 5, that is n. 360 divided by 5 is 72. So find the factor of n squared plus n minus 72, and that is n plus 9 times the quantity of n minus 8. Then solve for n. So we have n sub 1 and the n sub 2. So n is equal to negative 9. Then the second one is n is equal to positive 8. Since the domain of a sequence is the set of positive integers, we reject n equals negative 9. Hence, we only accept n equals positive 8.